Fun for the listeners at home. Howdy, everybody, and welcome back to the NoRights Podcast. I'm your host, Ben, aka NoRights. You know me. You know me. You love me. You hate me. Everybody does. Joining me this week, as per usual, my co-host and good buddy, Ian. How you doing, Ian?
Shot a Soko.
Right.
Okay, then.
Before I hit the dance floor, I'll hit the bar. Shot a Soko.
Okay, then. Also joining us this week, as I guess per usual now, my arch nemesis and twin brother, Franklin. How you doing, Frank?
Yo.
And joining us live via his phone, our good friend of the show, Doug Russell. How you doing, Doug?
Bullet Club. For life.
What? Bang bang? I don't.
And what's
Okay.
funny, it's technically Doug doesn't have a webcam either. It just has a phone.
Oh, I do have a webcam. This one just works a little bit better. So, I guess the question starts to become there, Eon, is that if you have a smartphone and you have internet, why are you live on the NoRights Podcast every week? And also that crappy offshoot, Netflix and Chill.
It's not Netflix and chill, Doug. It's Minecraft and chill.
Yeah, it's Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's all the same. It's booty and
So
chill.
Minecraft is the
It's all
same as
booty.
Netflix?
Booty. Booty. Rudy.
What do you got against Netflix?
You know, I just can't believe that Doug has opinions. This is something altogether new to me. I don't.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, don't let your kids grow up to be booty like Ian.
Oh, anyway.
Or let your kids to have 10 like Doug.
You know what, kids? Don't grow up to be like Ian, because Ian is SAWFT, soft.
Soft.
Okay.
So don't let your kids grow up in Boston?
No, just don't let your kids grow up to be soft.
And let them root for the Bears.
The Bears.
So anyway.
The Bears ain't in the playoffs. New England just won their game, gentlemen. I'd just like to remind you of that. And I'm not even a New England fan. I'm a Browns guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Browns. What do you think of the new coach for the Dog Pound there, Doug?
Actually, a lot of people really dig this guy.
Do you think he'll get rid of Johnny Football?
Yes. That sumbitch is so fucking gone, and I can't wait.
Well,
Hi, my name's Johnny Bone Football. Oh, wait, everyone call me Billy.
welcome to everybody grabbing their cameras time. So let's play a little catch up with everybody. It's been a while since we've all talked. Doug, what have you been up to the past week?
Writing and planning and scheming and writing and blah,
You don't
blah,
know
blah,
how
blah.
to read.
You don't say, Pinky.
What?
What kind of stuff you been writing there, Doug? Please, fill us in.
Just
Porn.
still working on my horror story. I got, just mainly working on scenes and stuff. Trying to get stuff taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a minute, I'll be right back.
You scared Frank out of the show, so congrats.
Yeah.
Thanks. I don't know. Kind of. You've been trying all this time, and yet.
All it took. But yeah, I'm still, I'm trying to start actual shooting for this at around March or something, maybe late March. So just more than likely it's going to be like really cheesy, like one camera shooting. Like for one scene, I'm going to have to shoot for like 3 hours. but I'm okay with that, I guess.
What are you talking about, Doug? You need more than one camera.
When you're working on a budget that's literally nothing, you got to do what you got to do.
And what are you planning on doing with your content there, Doug? You gonna slap it up on the YouTubes? You're gonna put it up there on the Vimeos?
Yeah, basically what I'm gonna do is the footage that I shoot, and then after it's all edited and all that, it's gonna be up on YouTube, and then I'm probably gonna use like maybe the Google Pages app or whatever to make a page for what we're doing. Just trying to create this little universe, and it's...
Oh, so you want to be Kevin Smith, is that it? You want to...
No, not trying to be Kevin Smith.
You're trying to be Edgar Wright then? You're trying to be... what you trying to do? Trying to be Sam Raimi? Is that...
No, just trying to be me. That's a lot of people's problems. They try to be the next instead of being the first. So...
I can tell you this, but there's already been a Seymour Butts, Doug.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to do is the first of its kind, from what I'm seeing. Having something be like multi. Okay,
I'm back.
Welcome back, Frank.
So.
How am I sounding this week, guys? I'm not going up as high in my bars on the Google, but my...
Yeah, you sound a little muffled to me.
Well, it's just...
How do I sound?
Same
You
as
sound
ever.
fine.
Turn the gain up, maybe? Maybe. Is that... Is that better or worse? I don't know. Okay, that's quieter in my head, so... How about that? Yeah, you just check my settings real quick. Default. Okay. So. Alright, well, everything looks the same as it did last time, so. Anyway.
Give me a second,
So,
I gotta check out. I'll be right back.
Alright. It's just a nice catch-up segment of the show anyway, so we can all duck and run to the bathroom, whatever. Get all that out of everybody's system. How about you, Franklin? What you been up to since the last show?
Oh. Well, I don't remember what happened the last show.
The last podcast, I don't remember. Were you on it? I can't even remember that far back.
We talked about my car, right?
Well, I think we talked about that on the Minecraft and Chill. I don't think we talked about that on the podcast popper, the one that Doug listens to.
Oh, Doug doesn't listen to this show.
Yeah.
It's like, I rarely listen to it when you're playing live in my headphones. Why would I listen to it later?
Yeah, we were just talking about it. So, like, you got in a car accident, huh?
Yeah, so, I think it was Tuesday, I was driving to work, and I live like, I'll say 70 miles from where I work, and, so it was before sun up, and I skidded off the road once already and got stuck in a ditch. Luckily, a guy with a truck pulled by and, hooked a chain up to my bumper and pulled me out. So I said, cool. So I got on the road. This is the first snow we had, and, I get back on the highway, and I'm going down the middle lane, and out of nowhere, my car just veers over to the left, and I got it back into the middle lane, but before I got completely in, I'm like, oh shit, that's a semi, boom! Hit my driver's side and just kept going. So, I was luckily, the exit was right there, so I just like, well, got off the exit, pulled into a gas station, hopped out, looked at it, said, ooh boy. And called my wife, said, you want me to drive it home or what? She said, yeah, go ahead and drive it home. So I drove home and tinkered with the insurance a-holes for 2 days because I didn't even know if it was safe to drive. I mean, even like without excusing the snow and everything, without the snow, would it be safe to drive? Because the bumper was hanging off, The first guy I talked to was like, well, we have a shop in Westerville. You could swing by on your way to work. I said, I'm not driving it to work. The bumper's hanging off of it. So finally, an appraiser came by. I told how much he appraised to get it fixed, and I took it to a shop in town, and they cut the bumper off and said, well, it would be 3 days to fix it, but you won't be able to bring it in till Monday after next. So I'm driving around in a busted up ghetto car.
Ghetto wheel.
But I got both headlights. The bumper is only fucked up. I mean, really, nothing else you notice. The liner for the fender well came off. That was what scared me because I was rubbing up against the wheel. I was driving, I heard it rubbing. I was like, oh, please don't tell me you bent my rim or fucked up my axle. But luckily, that was all it was. So. I tried to get it in the garage, but we have cement on the cement in our garage raises it up like 2-3 inches, so you kind of have to give it gas to go over it. And with the bumper hanging down like that, it said no. So I just parked it in front of the garage and left it there.
Sounds good.
So,
Sounds good.
You really didn't get any injuries or anything, man?
No, I was lucky. I was very fortunate. I was able to get up, look at it, go, well, I'm okay, and drove it home, and was able to kiss my wife. Hey, I made it. I'm alive, and then I was able to go back to work. Was it Thursday?
Cool story, bro. So anyway,
Yeah.
we're all glad you're okay.
Yeah, fucking semi hitting you. It could have been a lot worse.
So,
Yeah.
what else you been up to, Franklin? Playing video games on the new PC?
On the what? On the PC? Yeah, I installed a bunch. All the stuff I bought on Steam is so big.
That's
Like-
what she said.
The apps are the games are taking forever to download and install because I don't have discs for any of them. I don't even have an optical drive, so I figured why even fuck with it, because if you have a disc game now, it's gonna have to download a DLC anyway and stuff. So, but the hell is this?
That's a bad Ralphus.
Oh no. Well, have you been enjoying the games, Frank? You got that
Yeah, the ones that I got on there, I love. They're awesome.
you got that Fallout. You got that there Skyrim.
Yeah, I got Fallout, all of them. I got
Well,
Skyrim.
you got to start the first one, Frank. I mean, that's really the only. You got to start the first one. That's the only way to play the games. You
Oh
start the
no,
first
no,
one
no,
and-
no. They're different. Even though they're still the same genre technically, the gameplay is different. So,
Hey, Frank.
huh?
I'm messing with you.
Oh,
It's okay. So.
After you get done installing all your games, you should set up some partitions on the same hard drive.
yeah.
I'll
I'll
just
do
delete them too. That'd be great.
I'll delete my System 32 folder and I'll be good.
Yeah, that's great.
No, I downloaded 7-zip because I realized I didn't even have it. Where the hell is it?
Anyway,
Oh, that's right. It'll be in my. I don't gotta use that folder.
and so how about Ian? What have you been up to since the last show, man?
Eh.
Coming down with the bug and
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, just- Yeah, I was sick. I was like, you know how you're not sure if you just have to have some explosive diarrhea or if you have to throw up. It was like one of those types of things.
that's not a good position to be in, because either way, if one of them's wrong, there's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. But you're feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling better today. I just, like I told Ben on the text, I decided to lay down. That ended up being the best thing for me. So, because, yeah, that's, Frank, you could sit here and cough all the time. You could get through it, but, when you got this problem with your stomach, man, that's, a lot worse, I think.
Yeah, that's why I've told people I'm not sick. I've got a cough. I was sick once for a day, and then it went away. But yeah, I've had those stomach bugs. a lot of them going around. Where I work now, there's like 10 people, and half of them were off the other day because they were all just sick. Puking and shitting and all that stuff.
'Tis the season, Frank. I don't know, guys. As for me, I've been spending the week trying to narrow down my next WordPress theme that I'm going to put on the site. And I like the theme that's on there, but I think for my purposes and how I'm going to be structuring my projects and wanting to show them on the site, I need to kind of make it a little bit easier for people to see stuff and go, ooh, click, 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 you know, rather than just go, that's nice wall stuff, don't care. So, and I've linked Frank some of the stuff as I've been looking through it. I started looking at like 68 themes, and so far I thinned it down to 5 that I'm seriously looking at. Now it's like, well, which one of these do I do?
There's 80 themes I could do. Well, now there's 68. Well, now I'm down to 10.
Hey,
it's just like me, because like with the Steam sale, I started with a massive, huge fucking list of things, and I spent the whole time going, I really don't need these. Yes, I do. I really don't need these. Yes, I do. And it's the same way with him. He can't decide on one fucking thing or the other.
Well, it's like I don't want to. It's I guess it is, what do they call it? A string saver, mentality kind of thing, where it's like I don't want to get rid of this one because it might come in handy, and it's like, oh, this isn't really a bad theme. It's just not right for my purposes, and it's just like I just need to be no, this one, not that one. This one, not that one. Gone. So. Yeah, I've narrowed it down to 5, and I'm now trying to decide which one do I want to spend the money on. And it's like, oh, this looks great, but it's also the oldest one. Anyway, so now we've narrowed down the theme of this show to. So, we ready to dive into the news for this week, gentlemen?
What about Doug? Did he talk about what he was doing?
Writing.
Yeah, the first one.
Oh yeah.
Doug, just think that he really, really wants to hear what you're up to, or that he just wasn't listening the first time. I mean, either one's possible. I don't know. We have so many people on this round table discussion. I forgot. Who am I again?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. No. Were you gonna say something, Doug?
I was gonna say, like, I can give you the abridged version of what's going on with me.
All right.
Okay.
Around the store. Thanks, Holly.
It's raining sideways. Thanks, Ollie. Who was this dog? Darn, now I think I turned the gain up too high on my mic. Who wants this dog?
I think I might have turned the gain up a little bit too high.
Well, the green is only going halfway, but I'm hearing it peaking in my cans. So
In your cans?
Yes, Frank, my luscious
Wait,
cans.
you say you're peaking? You're peaking. Peaking.
Anyway,
Peking duck.
get the links ready for the news there, Ian.
Yeah, I do. Oh yeah,
All right.
forgot to mention, like I said last week, if anybody cares, like I'm still doing coding, but I've switched to doing the JavaScript coding.
Are you liking that better now, or?
Yeah, it's a lot more easier, I don't know why oh yeah, that's right. I'm thinking, why did I stop doing that for a little bit? But then I was thinking, I went to some C++ coding, and then I went down into the drudges of the old batch DOS coding, which I finally just decided to give up on.
Fuck.
Well, yeah, Doug's playing him some Madden, so if you're the key,
No, I'm playing
no.
WWE 15 or WWE 16.
Oh, now
And John Cena is whipping my ass all of a sudden.
See, as opposed to what Frank plays, and we'll just be in the middle of a news story. Creeper!
Oh, creeper! Oh, shit!
Yeah, usually when Frank's playing, it's, what am I doing? Where do I go? Make this world better, Ben. Come on. Oh, you should have seen it the last game. Frank made a server, and I was trying to play on it, and I was drilling him hard. It's like, hey, make this better. Where is everything? How come this world sucks?
What's going on?
I'm stuck in a hole.
Well, like, I had all this sweet loot, and then right when the show started, I fucking lost it all, and I'm running around with it without anything. And I'm like, fuck. Not my sweet loot.
Not the
Oh
sweet
no,
loot.
not my loot.
Not the sweet
Anything
loot.
but my loot.
So I get everybody's playing a game on the show. That's awesome.
No, I'm not.
Eventually.
No, I'm playing the game of hosting this show and trying to herd all these cats. So,
Yeah. So you're playing Minecraft then?
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
no, don't you tell me. Oh, Creeper! No. Okay. Alright.
And now
so-
the news was Creeper.
Yeah. No, Ben
That's
showed
a
me
very
a
nice
damn
news
website
you have
with
there.
a bunch of free games, so I sat and wasted like hours going, free game. Ooh, I gotta get that one. Gotta get that one, it's free.
Did you download Barbershop Simulator?
No.
Did you download the one that was a combination Pac-Man and Pong and
Pac bomb.
No, Pac-Man, Pong, and then it's also Space Invaders.
No, well, I don't know. I got some retro-y, like 2600 style game, and I also got the fuck's this one called?
Durka Simulator.
Yeah, no, Extreme Crop Duster 90 or 82 edition. It's
Oh,
I showed you that one. They had like a really niche. They had like a bunch of dating sims. So they had like a lesbian pirate dating sim.
hot.
That's
Then-
the definition.
And then Butt Pirate soon.
Yeah.
Boy. And now it's time for the news.
And I went to 3 stores before I found Surge.
Oh yeah, I got a can of Surge right here, man.
I bought 4. Drinking one of them.
I got a glass of some juice I had sitting next to the fridge. Checked the expiration date on it. Oh, October. That's still good.
Is that your Shrek glass that's got the cancer-giving stuff on it? I always tell you
I'm
mom to get
these
rid of.
up.
Ew, what the hell you drinking there, Doug? Pee?
Some water from Flint, Michigan.
Verner. That's gross.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was in the
You're
news.
drinking some Werner Herzog?
But
All
Durka,
the clothes off?
Some Jim
Alright.
Verners.
Alright, so did you send me the links there, Ian?
Yeah, I said yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear. My email thing has a delay, so it doesn't really alert me when new stuff comes in. So
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, that's
just making sure.
technology.
Yeah, well, they changed it to now they're like, oh, you can get the notify thing in a Google alert. I mean, in a Chrome alert, so you don't need this app anymore. It's like, no, I don't want to always have my browser open.
no.
But anyway, it's time for the news with Ian. The news with Ian. Back to you, Ian.
Oh yeah. Ben, I'm out here in the rain here covering the story.
Who wants this dog?
Who was this dog?
Wait. Oh my God, is that a tornado? I'm risking my life here for the news.
My local
Well, I'm
news.
sorry,
every time
we found out there was a
story,
cute kitten.
They have a guy on the street, like they have a school. Some guy was sending dick pics to some kid at the school. So they send a guy on the street to stand in front of the school that's not open yet and talk about it. I'm like, you poor bastard. There's no reason for you to be in front of that. Here's the school where the shit supposedly went down. There's no reason for you to be there, dude. Let him go home.
Driverless out of control car does donuts on street. Technically incorrect. A Honda Accord with no one inside it appears to have a mind of its own as it decides to have playtime on a residential street in Southern California.
Okay. Yeah. So, it says, please don't ever say out loud that your car has a mind of its own. It just might want to prove it.
Then it turns into Kit from Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I was listening to the Busta Rhymes track that used the Knight Rider theme. Fire it up.
Whoa, I got you all in check.
No, that's woo.
You know, Missy Elliott came back, so.
Missy Elliott never left.
Well, she took a hiatus then. Please continue, Ian.
All right.
We don't mean to derail.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
we do.
Well, I'm sure Doug does, but what else? That's nothing new.
I don't hear no bug. I don't hear no bug.
Zing!
Tommy Anderson, who lives in Moreno Valley, California, has evidence. There he was on Tuesday, living a normal day until he espied a car. Espied?
I think that's just a typo.
Okay. He spied a car doing donuts in reverse on a residential street. You might have imagined that some hairstyle challenge teen was having some fun. Instead, CBS Los Angeles reports there wasn't anyone in the car. Clearly being of modern mind, Anderson captured footage. The more than 3-minute clip he posted on to Facebook shows a car with its hood open, merely going round and round backwards.
A frightening scene on a very busy street in Moreno Valley. A car out of control driving around.
Okay. Let's go to the clip, Dick.
Back to you, car. Thanks, Ollie. Somebody stop this car! What's going on? Oh, man. I like how that guy is just standing there.
Yeah, I know. Alright. Naturally, some wonder whether it was a hoax, but Anderson's footage shows the police arriving and clearing the street. Anderson told CBS, "I've lived out here for a long time. I've seen a lot, but I've never seen anything like this before." Oh my God. Be like, stand on
It turns into one
South
those,
Park where he's like, well, oh my God.
No, it just turns into one of those things from, like, Futurama with the where car.
Yeah. Anderson said that before he began recording, there was a man on top of the car trying to talk into the submission. On Facebook, he explained, "Before I left, the police were asking us supervision to lay down a spike strip to deflate the tires to slow the vehicle down to gain control of it. I was actually kind of worried about the officers. They were getting pretty close to the car," Anderson told CBS, "and who knows, it's a driverless car." His use of these words might summon a few minds to consider the Google-centric self-driving future where cars legally have minds of their own. In this case, it's unclear why the car did what it did. A Honda spokeswoman told me the company would have to inspect the vehicle before it could determine what had happened. The Moreno Valley Police Department didn't immediately reply to a request for comment. So far, Anderson's Facebook video has enjoyed more than 20,000 views.
I have one word for you.
Ghosts.
Christine.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. I'm thinking
Christine.
more. What was that other Stephen King one with the truck with the
Maximum Overdrive?
Maximum Overdrive? That's what I'm thinking. Or My Mother the Car. Another quality program that probably none of us have watched.
Now that is a good thing to worry about, though. Like, if a self-driving car gets out of control, I mean, pretty much you're gonna need like police with the spikes and stuff out out to get control of it. You know, they could kill innocent people, you know, before the police even get there.
I just like the guy trying to talk it down. Car, no, this isn't you. He's the car whisperer. Car, no, settle down. So they don't have any idea what caused the car to go crazy. It just did.
Nope, the company, they got nothing for you. They're like, oh, we won't say we're wrong, we just won't say anything.
Well, would you want to admit, yeah, it was us?
We don't want to say you're right, but we're just kind of backpedaling on the issue.
We're just not going to admit to anything until there's proof that we actually did something, because till then, hey, well, I can
either confirm or deny it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand it, because you don't want people calling them going, hey, what about my car? It might start exploding just because. Sir, cars don't do that. Cars don't drive themselves either.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing you got to worry about when you have a blue screen of death. You know, you could go into a brick wall, man.
Made by Microsoft, they might crash more often.
Okay, next news story, because this one's running low on chuckles now.
Yeah. All right. This one's about Bernie Sanders' lawyers to Wikipedia take down our logo. You're violating DMCA.
Oh boy.
It says in today's political DMCA spat, $10 sticker sales are pitted against fair use. Feel the burn.
You know, I figure Bernie Sanders was a smart enough guy for people involved in his campaign to not want to get miffy with people on the internet, because the internet is cruel mistress at times, and if if it comes off that he might look like a cranky old man who doesn't understand how things go and fights with Wikipedia, people are gonna run with that. I don't think that's an image he wants out there. Go ahead and read the article, though.
It says a lawyer representing Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders has demanded that several of the campaign's logos be removed from Wikipedia, saying that producing the logos violate copyright law. The Wikimedia Foundation has complied with the DMCA takedown notice and removed the notices. Okay. It's fairly surprising that the campaign would seek to ban wide distribution of its logos, which are clearly positive advertising for the campaign. It's even more surprising that getting a call from the Wikimedia Foundation, the Sanders campaign didn't back down or blame an overzealous volunteer attorney. The campaign confirmed it wants Wikipedia to comply with the notice and not publish its logos. We also contacted the attorneys representing the Bernie Sanders campaign to discuss the issue, and they asked that WMF carry out a takedown in compliance with the DMCA rather than work with the community to update the licensing information or allow the images, wrote Wikimedia community manager James Alexander in a discussion page about the Sanders DMCA notices update. Alexander now says on the Wikimedia discussion page that campaign has withdrawn the DMCA notice, but there's still no official word on the matter after the campaign or Wikimedia Foundation. Observers have noted that it's debatable whether logos qualify for copyright protection at all, even if they do Wikipedia commentary about a political campaign. Campaign seems like a crystal clear example of fair use. Most of all, it's unclear why Sanders' lawyers think that removing their logos from a non-profit site like Wikipedia would help the campaign. Several logos were removed, including the Feel the Burn car magnet picture showed above, which is sold for $10 at the BernieSanders.com store. The takedown was publicized yesterday on Twitter by the Lumen database, formerly Chilling Effects, and first noticed by TechDirt. Yeah, it goes down. little bit about that.
Man. I mean,
What's
really,
on about it?
that there's why it's just spreading. It's like, oh yeah, we're sorry that people know about your campaign. Let's just wipe your presence off of our site. How about that? Just yeah, it's. Oh well. I mean, I've heard worse things from people on the campaign trail though. Like people threatening to sue for if they get bad coverage, or saying that they're going to wipe off their don't repost this photo on Facebook or I'll sue. It's like, really, you can.
What? I guess the thing is they want it controlled as much as possible, the way that their image is, I guess,
Well, yeah, but it's like if you want to present yourself as internet savvy. I mean, the Obama campaign, when they were running, they knew a lot about the internet, and they did a decent job with it and not looking silly. And then now you get this, it's like, oh
well,
no.
Ben, you got to remember, Obama was also the first president to have a laptop in the Oval Office. So, how old is this guy?
Well, he's Bernie Sanders, Frank.
How old is this guy, Ben?
He's in his 70s.
All right, Ben.
All right then.
Well, we talked about before
isn't he, Ben?
Well, yeah, and he's got the.
Computer's not that old, Ben. How old is it? It's about 10 years old.
Hey, I didn't say he was installing computers. I'm just, I don't know. I mean, let's be fair, though. I don't think anybody else is doing the best with not monitoring their image.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, like, the only thing I could think of is that, like, candidates, even if it's a positive message that's put out, it's like they want it highly controlled to the letter what they want, I guess,
Well, I mean, it's not just candidates that want that. Everybody that, has their image out there to some extent would like to be in charge of how it's, presented, but...
It's your brand, Ben. You talked about that on one of the last podcasts,
Of course, I think we should clarify that I think pretty much the entire internet knows what Wikipedia is. It's not like, hey, did you hear about this one website? I think they're Wikipedia or something. They're posting our pictures. Sue them. You sell those for $10. We could get some money out of them. They're not Napster, man. They're I don't know.
Napster.
Hey, Gerbs.
What do you think, Doug? You've been pretty silent about this.
It sucks, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
I don't know, man. I mean, copyright is kind of a busted system, and we've talked about that plenty of times.
Yeah.
So, just people swinging the band hammer around, kind of need to know what they're swinging it at before it hits them in the face.
Yes. Well, what can we do about it? We could go to the next news article. That's what we could do about it.
Ooh, did Ian just do a segue? Color me impressed, guys.
He rode around on a Segway?
You see him rolling on his Segway.
No. Just no.
Alright.
Alright. I mentioned this a little bit before, but I decided as a filler article I'd add this. Hideo Kojima exits Konami, signs with Sony for a new PS4 exclusive.
Wow.
That's Konami, I mean.
I'm almost a month old. You're running late there, SA.
Well, we never talked about it, though.
Well, what are your thoughts there, Doug, as the Sony fanboy in the room?
Hallelujah. The way that okay. First off, let me preface this by saying what everybody has always wanted to say, and actually does say about this subject. The two words that everybody starts off with, and I'm going to start off with it myself. Okay? Fuck Konami.
But don't mix words, Doug. Tell us how you really feel.
Right.
Konami are a bunch of cheats, liars, canoodlers. You think of it, and they are it. Because they essentially held Kojima hostage for over a year. A year. A year.
Lego.
Screwing over Kojima Productions.
Fucking Lego.
Yeah, basically. Screwing over Kojima Productions, taking their moniker off the game that they created. They fucking created. It's like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Here is your new fucking Metal Gear game with none of the branding that was supposed to be on there, except for ding, Konami. And then, when Metal Gear wins an award, Konami sends a lawyer to Kojima's house to say, you can't go accept this award on behalf of your team. So you know what? This is for you, Konami, right there. And this is all you deserve. And most people have also known this. Nobody's going to buy your fucking games unless we buy them used. And hopefully we see somewhere down the line the rightful Silent Hills game somewhere besides in Konami's fucking hands. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck.
Well, tell us what you really think, Doug.
He seems so happy too. That's the best part.
Yes, I'm insanely happy. So is like 90% of everybody else on the internet because they finally let him go.
And the other 10% busy watching porn.
The internet is for porn.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Konami's been shitting on their licenses for years, and then they're really starting to shit on their developers. So that's all I gotta say to them is fuck them. And you know what? Everybody else that they're holding hostage, not making AAA games for, like, you know, we feel you. All right. I feel so sorry for you poor people that have to suffer under the arm of a company that does not care. The only thing they care about is two things: money and pachinko machines. You want to know why? Because pachinko machines make money. Bastards.
All right, then.
So, Ian, what do you have to tell us about this story?
Go to Frank here. Nate's messaging me back. Maybe he might come on the show. Yeah.
What kind of pizza you guys getting?
I don't know. That doesn't mean we're getting a pizza.
You guys eat pizza like I eat Taco Bell once a week.
Shoot. Once a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, pizza once a week isn't that bad.
No, I'm just saying. That's what you do.
I'm saying you eat more than once a week there, Frank.
No, I only eat Taco Bell once a week. I eat it right before, like, usually the night I do the show.
I wouldn't mind doing some Taco Bell, to be honest.
Huh?
I don't know, Frank. Well, as long as Ian's busy dealing with Nate at the moment, have you guys been following the whole Chipotle situation?
I had that earlier today, actually.
Yeah, did you get some worms there?
If I do, it's okay. They paid for it. I went there and they said, we got you this time. So they gave my food for free today. So.
Well, I've just been seeing on the Facebooks all kinds of different things. You know, I mean, Dad was saying that they're going to close all of them down, and then Facebook, you know, other posts on Facebook saying they're going to close all for one day, and then they're giving away free food to win back your trust. It's like, well, I don't know.
Ben says, I don't give a fuck.
I like Chipotle. It's just, you know, I don't want everybody trying to go, hey, you want to go to Chipotle with me? No, man, don't you know? E. coli.
That's our regular.
Yeah, that's like my dad when every time one of those flus came out. Well, first was what was it, chicken flu, and then the bird flu, and then the pig flu, and all those. As soon as they came out, my dad was like, "Come on, you gotta go get your flu shot." I'm like, "I'm good, Dad. I don't really see that many chickens or pigs." No, we gotta get your flu shot. He dragged me to the county fair, and they were giving out flu shots that day. And hello, me. Testing, 1, 2.
I'm just setting up Nate's mic. Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Keep going, guys.
Keep it going, guys.
Come on, guys. Keep going. Dead air. No.
No dead air for you.
Oh, man. What are you playing with, Frank? You doing the WinZip there or the 7-zip?
Hold on. Do what?
What are you doing?
No, I had I was using 7-zip because I had some of those games that you linked me to that I downloaded are RAR files, and I had forgot that I didn't install either WinRAR or 7-zip on here, so I had to Google it. I was like, which is better? And I forgot. WinRAR says, hey, give us your fucking money, and 7-zip says, fuck yeah, take it. So 7-zip it is. But anyway, so I was
I'd be
installing
like,
some
I'll
games.
take your WinRAR anyways.
Yeah. And anyway, so I was installing all this shit, and I was putting my games in Steam because that way it'll show how long I've been playing them, etc., etc. And some of them don't have the art, so I'm going in and adding art right now is what I'm doing.
Could you do that for mine? Cause, you know.
What?
Could you do that for mine, and could you go through my iTunes library and do the same? And maybe
I was
Plex
gonna
library?
say, he and I both are like very picky with our iTunes and Plex libraries.
Yeah, I just don't.
That's
have
where my
time to mess with
OCD
it, though.
shines. It's just the problem is it's all digital, so you don't see it.
No,
Because
my
I spent so much
OCD
fucking time on it,
shines-
hours.
Before the show, I was on Twitter, and I thought, oh, hey, here's somebody that's an artist that I'll follow. I click follow, and it shows you 3 other artists that you might want to check out too. And suddenly, I'm wrestling a Hydra that you cut off one head and 2 more grow up in its place. Until my entire browser is full of them going, no, I can't be following everybody, but these people do look like they do cool content. Spent a half hour trying to decide, do I follow people that just, in the back of your mind, you're going, just walk away. Just close the tabs and walk away.
Just close the tabs and walk away.
Well, yeah, guys, we got Nate on here now.
What's up, Nate, dog?
We also have a guest appearance by Doug's wife, Anita.
So pull out your mic. You got your mic pulled out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's not your mic.
Oh shit, he's gonna whip it out.
Hold on while I whip this out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Watch me whip. Watch me nay.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Oh, you
then.
guys don't like to whip or nay?
No.
That means
no.
that means to watch me dance.
Yeah. You doing
Watch
the
me.
stank leg,
Watch me.
Arian?
You guys don't like to dance?
No.
We're all sitting at desks right now. You think we're dancers?
Let's
We're talking on the internet.
Hey, I
If
I
you're
was
going
doing
down to the
You'll
no
get up
friends
with this
about
mic and start dancing.
Am I sounding like a robot, guys, or is that just from my headphones?
Well, that's just how you usually sound, Frank. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So what's going on with you, Nate?
Nothing much.
you got any
Oh,
opinions about the news story about Hideo Kojima?
Yeah, we're doing that one about he moved to Sony. No. You got any opinions about that?
Nope.
No, you really don't care about him. You
I
didn't
have
have.
to remember who the guy is first.
Well, he was the guy that made the Metal Gear
Metal
Solid
Gear.
game, and Konami pretty much screwed him.
But hasn't Konami done that to like a bunch of people?
Yeah. Yeah, Konami. What were you saying? Give us your a shortened version of what you were ranting about before, Doug.
Basically, the Konami stripped Kojima Productions' name off of Metal Gear, the newest Metal Gear game that came out this year, and had a disagreement with him, so they basically sent him home. And they're basically like, we'll do what we want. And they basically held his intellectual property off to the side. Silent Hills was supposed to come out. They canceled that. And when Kojima was going to go pick up an award for Metal Gear, because it was a Kojima Productions team, they had a lawyer go to his house and say, nope, you're not allowed. You have to stay home. Less than a month later, he secured his release. So
it sounds like what happened to Rareware and a bunch of other companies.
Hideo Kojima crawled through a 6.5 mile tube of poop and came out clean on the other side.
Andrew Dufresne.
My dear friend Andy.
He should
Old Andy.
just create his own production team like the other ones did.
Like everybody else.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Morgan Freeman, and welcome to Morgan Freeman's Unboxings.
Old Andy.
Step 1, get a box.
Going on.
Step 2, open
They've
that
had
box.
They've had Rareware's done that, and then what's his name? The creator of Mega Man did that. He had to create his own independent, and then what happened to the guy who did Silent Hill?
Yeah, that's Kojima.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kojima did Silent Hill.
Oh, then
Yeah, he was going to do the Silent Hills.
Well, I mean, if they were already screwing him on Silent Hill, they're probably going to screw him on everything else. They were probably looking to get rid of him so they could steal his.
Well, my thing is right now, the only thing Konami really cares about is fucking pachinko machines.
Yeah, they're more into gambling right now, which is why he needs to start his own company.
By the way, to get Doug, I was thinking about it, doing the news article on it just to rile Doug up. Did you hear about how PewDiePie is starting up an empire or something now?
Yes, but unfortunately the Empire is one with Darth Vader and the Emperor and, yeah, let the brofist throw fool you, yes. I don't know why he turned into Adam Sandler all of a sudden, but...
No, like, okay, I don't...
Lappy Joe, Lappy Joe.
I don't really dislike PewDiePie. I really don't.
Oh, that's not true. You hate him, then.
I don't really dislike PewDiePie.
Well, yeah, but...
I dislike his content. Because, I mean, screaming into a microphone for 20 minutes on the Let's Play...
That's
I
your
don't
beef.
see
I mean,
how...
that's your gig.
I don't see how that's really entertaining. You know what I mean?
Have you watched PewDiePie, mate?
I don't remember.
You really don't watch Let's Plays, do you?
No, not really.
You don't have fun watching other people play, you'd rather play yourself, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I like watching them when they can't figure out what the fuck's going on and they start screaming.
That's the shit that kind of really pisses me off, because like you're spending 20 minutes screaming. Like PewDiePie does a lot of those where it's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I'm like, are you serious with this?
Some people like to watch that. Some people, that's their thing. I mean, there's this one
A lot of
Let's
people
Player
go,
I'll watch
"Are you
occasionally.
believe
He's from Ireland and he has a very angry Scottish accent when he gets mad. He's like, oh okay, oh, damn, okay. You know, that's the shtick people tune in for. They know what they're getting.
Some people get mad at like the people. That guy on Store Tours, he got this. That's all fake. It's all bullshit. People.
Not everybody likes that Markiplier guy. He's pretty famous too. Let's Player.
Yeah. Well, Markiplier is somewhat different than PewDiePie in his approach, but sometimes it just kind of seems to me that the most popular YouTubers also tend to be the most annoying. You know what I mean?
Well, how are you supposed to, without a personality though, a crazy personality, how are you supposed to make it entertaining for people just playing a video game?
Aye, crazy personality, aye. Just like, why would you tune into this show if I wasn't hey, Morning Zoo, right guys?
What?
Don't do that again.
Yeah.
Aww.
Alright.
Nope.
Well, he's gonna come in
No.
with the tie. No respect.
But no, like, you gotta make it, they just try to make it unique, and, like, being wacky or goofy is, like, I guess that's what gets the viewers,
Whatever puts the asses in the seats.
Yeah.
I thought money got you viewers, and then you buy enough viewers, and then people.
No,
start
you're
watching
thinking
YouTube.
Twitter.
No.
No,
YouTube,
there's
you
ways
buy
to
YouTube.
yeah, there's ways to pay for your views on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Those definitely.
And then you get enough, and then it's like, wow, he's got 1 million subscribers. Maybe I should watch him.
And then some of us just do it because we're so damn good looking.
Watch me whip. Watch me whip.
I think it's time to move on to our next news story. How malware developers could bypass Mac's gatekeeper without really trying. Go on, good sir.
Yeah, so you thought Macs were 100% safe.
No, I just thought they were not getting attacked because people didn't care.
Yeah, well, you're in the minority though. Like a lot of Mac people would say that that's why they use Macs, is because they're 100% safe.
I don't think people actually said it's 100% safe. It's just they have a much lower rate of being attacked.
They just feel safer.
Here's some art for you here.
OMG, my Mac is so secure. No need for AV. Mac users. That bulb is so unhappy.
Yeah.
They put in with some band-aids.
Alright, so in September, ARS reported a drop-dead simple exploit that completely bypassed an OS X security feature known as Gatekeeper. Apple shipped a fix, but now the security researcher who discovered the original vulnerability said he found an equally obvious workaround. Patrick Wardle said the security fix consisted of blacklisting a small number of known files he privately reported to Apple that could be repackaged to install malicious software on Macs, even when Gatekeeper is set to its most restrictive setting. Wardle was able to revive his attack with little effort by finding a new Apple trusted file that hadn't been blocked by the Apple update. In other words, it was precisely the same attack as before, except it used a new, previously unblocked Apple trusted file. Notably, that file was offered by security company Kaspersky Lab. Late on Thursday, Apple released an update blocking the file too. It literally took me 5 minutes to fully bypass it, Bartle said, who is director of research of security firm Synac, told ARS, referring to the updated Gatekeeper. So yes, it means that the immediate issue is mitigated and cannot be abused anymore. However, the core issue is not fixed. So if anybody finds another app that can be abused, we are back to square one, full Gatekeeper bypass. Yeah. Just goes on from there. I mean, what do you guys think about like do you think like security on computers is always going to be an issue? I mean, because it's just like whack-a-mole, you know?
Well, I mean, security in general is always going to be whack-a-mole. The more people are trying to get in, the more you worry about it, and there's going to be people finding exploits. No system is going to be fully secure. I mean, I think you're fooling yourself if you think it is. It's just you gotta watch where you're going, make sure everything you're doing is secured, and don't give your credit card to strange people. All kinds of things that kind of obvious, but some people don't think about. So.
Yeah, I mean, look both ways before you cross the street. You know what I'm saying?
And if you download a file from unknown sources, and I don't know where this came from. Oh, hey, all of a sudden my machine's gone black and it's smoking. What is that?
Why does this smell like bacon in my PC?
Bacon.
Wouldn't your computer have better if you were like Mountain Dew on it?
Mountain Dew.
Remember when Homestar dumped a bunch of Mountain Dew on somebody's computer?
I like when somebody posted a picture that said, "Hey, is your mac and cheese cold in the morning? Try warming your fork up in the microwave first." And then someone else posted a picture of their microwave on fire and said, "You son of a."
That's like that iWaves.
Oh yeah, you mean with that thing where they say you could put your cell phone in the microwave and charge it really fast?
Yeah, trolling them.
And
we're like
people actually did that shit too, man.
Well, people, when I got my old iPhone, people were like, "Hey, I tried to jailbreak or unlock my phone, and now it's bricked. What do I do?" And they're like, "Oh, just flush it down the toilet and won't be able to turn on, and then you can give it back to Apple." Well, there's little things in the headphone jack that are sensitive to water, so
yeah,
as soon as they take it, he was going to get busted. Actually, the guy ended up sticking it in the microwave for a couple seconds, believe it or not.
Stupid people.
People on
You know,
the
fraud and
internet.
all that.
What are your thoughts, Nate?
About stupid people?
No. Internet and security. I mean, stupid people are pretty much
talk about that too.
Oh, security is always going to be an issue.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, like, I think it's good to be, like, you can't just not think it's there. Like, you at least got to sort of be decent with it. That's why I like my parents or, like, people that aren't that good with computers. It seems like they get the viruses all the time. Like, Nate's fixed the computer for somebody that had literally, 1,800 viruses on it or something?
570.
570?
Wow.
I mean, it's
Well,
crazy. I
yeah,
mean, you got to be sort of decent with that stuff a little bit. I mean,
well, I remember when I was on a Windows machine, just going to a good number of sites, a lot of them would end up giving you viruses from who knows where. Like, it was just that site was probably infected, and then you caught a part of it. So,
A guy I worked with had a ton of viruses on every machine he ever had, and it was always the same kind of sites doing it. Think about it. Think about it.
well,
Just think about it for a second. What kind of sites you think he was doing?
probably porn.
There you go.
Well, like that one guy said, like, I forget who said, like, there was a guy that got, like, a virus just from using that Pornhub app he got a virus on his phone.
Yeah, phone viruses are a big.
Dude had viruses on his netbook, a little tiny fucking barely computer. He was too late. He should have waited a little longer and got an Android device.
Well, I remember Apple when they were starting to put out the iPad and the iPhone. They there were plenty of articles saying don't go to porn sites on them because they will get through your phone because there's enough people with iPhones that it's a place where people. It's like PCs. It's the populace. There's so many of those that there are people targeting them. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I guess, like, if you are going to use a PC or whatever, like, it's good to at least, like, know how to use the computer and just be decent with your security. Like, you actually got to be, if you're going to have a computer, you got to be responsible with it, You're the administrator, technically, of the computer.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying...
Well, that's what I try to tell my parents. That, like,
Dad,
like,
you should know better.
It's like, Dad, you're the person. This is your laptop. You're the person responsible for it. Nobody else is going to clean it out for you all the time, and
So you're saying with great admin privileges comes great responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah. But then.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just shuffling us along because I think we kind of ran out of topic. But go ahead, Ian. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was gonna say, but then there's people like you, Ben. You really don't want to have to fuss with knowing a lot technically. So, like, you just want stuff to work for you, and you don't have to worry about that type of stuff.
Well, I think everybody wants stuff to work for them. It's just, sometimes you need to fix a thing when the thing goes wrong. Like, before the show started, I was fussing with my camera trying to fix it because I'd done something that I guess I'd locked it off to 720, and, I think I might have fixed it, but then I think something else acted up. So it's always, it's always stuff you gotta deal with. It's...
But that's pretty much what I'm saying is, like, on the PC side, that dealing with security is just pretty much like dealing with another webcam. And I mean, I could understand if you're not wanting to deal with an extra thing,
All right. Woman takes to crowdfunding site to get back her Powerball losses.
Oh, I heard about this.
Oh boy, tell us about this one here, Ian.
Technically incorrect. The tennis The woman reportedly raises $800 after she goes to GoFundMe to make up for her futile spending on Powerball tickets.
You gotta spend money to make money, after all. That's what they said. Oh boy.
Yes. It says, we're all in this together, truly. If I'd won this week's Powerball jackpot, I would surely have given you all at least $5 each. It's true, though, that I had little chance of winning. Some, however, still said to themselves, you never know. It appears only one such person was a certain Cinnamon Nicole from Cardo, Tennessee. As Vibe reports, she claimed to have bought quite a few tickets. Not being one of the lucky winners, even though one successful ticket did come from her home stage, she did what any self-respecting person would do. She tried to get her money back. This is, after all, only fair. It's not her fault she lost. She likely had some very fine numbers. She was just unlucky. So she launched the GoFundMe page, one that is now vanished. A GoFundMe spokeswoman told me the campaign in question was removed for a violation of GoFundMe's terms and conditions. However, New York's PIX 11 News grabbed a screenshot from a smartphone, and Vive recorded Nicole's sweet and plaintive words. Please help me and my family, as we have exhausted, sick of all of our funds. We spent all of our money on lottery tickets, expecting to win $1.5 billion, and are now in dire need of cash. With your small donation of at least $1 a like and one share, I'm certain that we will be able to pick ourselves up from the trenches of this loss and spend another fortune trying to hit it big again. Please, won't you help a family in need? Donate now. You won't be surprised that many of her fellow human beings took pity. This campaign reportedly raised $800 before disappearing. Naturally, there's no real proof that Nicole bought any Powerball tickets at all, or for that matter, that she's an actual person. She may well have been merely trying to ice her cake. Yeah.
Is that what they call it? Well, I like the phrasing in that. It's like, and we'll be ready to play again. Like, wait, what? So, you learned nothing? Well, I mean, yeah, What are your guys' thoughts on this? I'll let everybody else chime in first.
Well, I myself, I think, I don't know, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like I don't know, it's just, they probably could give better chances for the lottery. You know, I'm like, I don't know
No.
I don't do the lottery myself, but like, I don't know. Why even give an opinion at all then?
No, I'm just saying.
Are you talking about when they up the odds? Well, sorry, I guess decrease the odds by almost double recently.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if they give better chances, and then they could probably find more creative ways of getting more money from you if they at least give you more prizes, and then having it be a little bit more interactive. Like, I still don't know why people do it, because there's nobody really gets much from it, you know.
They're looking for a dream.
Well, it's because every time that they run it rolls over. So they're like, oh, did you hear? It's up to 1.5 billion this time. So, it's like people are like, oh, somebody's gonna, like when you pay the slot machines, somebody's always like, oh, well, I'm just gonna keep putting money into this because eventually they'll pay out. Doesn't have to.
Well, but at least with gambling, like, a lot of people win stuff, and that's kind of what keeps them there, is because they win a little bit here and there, and it makes them think that they're gonna eventually be able to make it bigger and eventually work their way up.
What was that, Frank?
What?
The lottery is gambling.
Yeah, it is, but it's like gambling. It's not as fun. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. I enjoy doing scratchers.
Yeah, last time my dad and I went to the gas station, he said a guy was like, "Oh, hey, I won $4." Yeah. Problem is, I spent $10 on the ticket.
Oh yeah, I know people who have blown through their entire savings on scratch-off lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Oh man, how about you,
But,
Doug?
I mean, yeah. What does Doug have to say about all this?
I mean, I'll say I've played the lottery in the past. I mean, yeah, they did just up the odds, but they also made it relatively public as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to be stupid enough to spend your entire life savings on your lottery ticket, you deserve exactly what you get. And if it's nothing, you deserve nothing.
Although I will say, if people are dumb enough to give $800 to the person, then good for them for thinking of something that they could get $800 for.
Yeah, they got it over on them, didn't they? Didn't she?
Well, I mean, she could have done the GoFundMe and she could have gotten nothing, and then lesson learned. But she got $800 from it, so whose fault is it really?
If they suspended it, then she doesn't get any of that.
I thought on GoFundMe it pays out immediately and they can withdraw it at any time.
That's after the time period has expired normally.
I see.
So that's one of the things is that if they suspend it, then I do believe that all that money gets donated gets refunded, because of the fact that if it violates your terms of service, then they could be culpable for any monies that are lost by someone who donates. So.
I mean, I've seen some pretty dumb things on GoFundMe. I've seen, like, somebody wanted $3,000 for a mermaid tail, and they got it.
There's
so, like, how is this any
everywhere.
different?
It's just a matter of what stuff gets through. Like, there are people that put up a Kickstarter because they want to draw the next Batman, and it's like, you can't legally do that. They find out about that, they'll take it down.
But this pledge, it just sounds so ridiculous. Like, it's pathetic.
Well, I get who it's appealing to, though. It's appealing to the people that, like, oh, you poor, the people that would pay something to this. They're like, oh, you poor soul, you guys spent so much. Oh, here's hoping that you win big. Because, I mean, there is the whole prosperity gospel. You guys know about that, right? About the churches that where, like, you sign up and they send you a thing and they send you so much junk mail, and it's all about, oh, the Lord says, give all your money to us, and then,
But he doesn't.
No, they say, give us this seed money, and then we'll anoint it, and then you'll get your blessings or your wishes granted, or however they phrase it. They did a good bit on him this week tonight with John Oliver about it, but it's like, wow. I'm like, that's it's funny for people that know what's going on, but for a little old lady that's sending all her money out to this scam, it's like, oh my, no.
Yeah.
And that's designed to feed that same person's mentality, is like, oh, you tried so hard, we're gonna, like, they relate a little bit to it, and then they sound like, oh, with your you helping us, we'll hit the fortune next time. It's like, no, sweetie, no, you don't. I don't know. I mean, whenever it comes to lottery, me personally, I don't gamble. I don't believe in it, because it's like, my dad asked me, hey, do you do the lottery? I said, no, I play this jackpot where anytime I feel like spending money on gambling, I just reach in my pocket where that money is and go, jackpot, I win. Because the odds of that are a lot better than actually gambling. It's like it's like, just be clear, those things wouldn't exist if they weren't making money from it. Yeah.
Well, I read something like in like casinos, the actual odds are like the calculations and the formulas are more geared towards the house in the long term.
Yep.
Yes.
So like if you gamble for days or whatever, like you're definitely gonna lose out, because I think it's like a 55% or something like that for the house.
Oh, it's hard.
Well, it's like the house, they set it so that you win enough to want to spend more because you think you can win big. Because nobody will go to a casino where you never win.
Absolutely.
So.
Right. Well, it's definitely not a career being there. You're not meant to make money there.
Oh,
Although some people with the counting cards, they do, and they are able to turn into a career, I guess.
Oh,
well,
no,
that's
you
a
can't
different
even
thing.
make money at counting cards pretty much anymore because a max bet, if they have a certain max bet on the thing, so you can't like cool, I made $2,000, now I'll put the $2,000 on the next bet. No, they've kind of forget.
Yeah. But like we said, these things wouldn't exist if people weren't making money on it. Just like, cash title loans and payday advance services. Those businesses wouldn't exist just out of the kindness of their hearts. So.
Yeah. Well, Ben, would your mom, do you think she would fall for something like this?
Well, my mom went into a pool at work with some people, and they all bought that. Altogether, they got $65 worth of Powerball tickets. But I don't think she'd fall for this, this particular one, because it'd just be somebody like, who are they? I don't owe them any money. But if I'm sure if it was more of a, Frank's seen that she'll give money to people, like if they're saying their car's out of this or whatever. If there's some things like here, she's a giving woman.
My car broke down. I was on my way to a church picnic.
Well, there was a guy selling cookies because he said his dog was in the hospital or something. I'm like, well, that's no way to pay for everything. And then there was a guy that came up and said he was driving a bus and the bus broke down, and he stopped at a gas station and they gave him a big gulp, but he didn't have enough to pay gas. And it's like, what? I'm like, if you're bus driver, you could probably ask somebody about that. So
you're a lying liar, Jen.
Yeah, it's just like security on the internet. It's like, if something looks suspicious, no, I'm just not going to get involved.
Seems kind of shady.
What about you, Doug? Do you know anybody that would fall for that?
No, I only hang out with smart people.
Well. About that, see,
Well, then I hate to tell you what show you're on.
Yeah.
And do those people know who they're hanging out with?
Yes, they do.
Some people like to be the smartest person in the room, and some people like to be surrounded by people that they can feel they don't need to be all that, swift. I don't know.
Are you trying to say you're smarter than all of us, Ben?
No.
He's a smart ass.
No, I'm a fine ass. Get it right, Frank. Honestly.
Dumbass.
Dumbass. Eat a banana.
I'm a cheap ass.
No, I'm a cheap ass.
No, you a broke ass.
That too.
Alright.
So, how many, let's get through Ben's 100 here.
Oh, come on. I'm not, it's not like they were all WordPress themes I was trying to sort through. These are just news stories.
Not this week. You'll give us a break this week, huh?
I only actually found 3 things worth dropping here. So, you remember last week how we were talking about that paper 3D printer? Well, recently I saw on Tested they did they checked it out, and it was a little weird. The thumbnail they used, they had a model of like a chick with like a snake on her or something. I was like, oh, that's quite the interesting thumbnail. But yeah, I figured you guys would get a kick out of it, because we were talking about it last week, and now they go out and check it out, and they're like, oh, see what this thing can print. And there's the man in the field. Check it out. $6,000 for the paper printer.
Yes.
I mean, now, did you hear about this, Doug? I don't think you were on last week's show, so.
Well, I don't think he stuck around. I think he was in for a minute or so, something like that.
He came in. Who wants his dog? And left.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He was afraid he was going to get rickrolled.
Yep. Afraid he's going to get talked into playing some Minecraft. So, but have you heard about this, Doug?
What?
About this 3D printer that prints colored models with paper?
I have very little interest in 3D printers as a standard, so I just kind of let it be.
Really?
He lets it be. lets it be. He lets it be.
Do you think it's just like a wearable to you, huh? You could care less.
Yeah, most wearables are kind of crap anyway. So.
Well, there's nothing that you could think you could print out that you would use. I mean, you could print out a fake belt for you, man.
Championship.
You could have won all the title matches.
Well, here's the thing. If it could print out hair for you, would you use it?
Oh, guys. Mommy, Daddy, don't fight. Anyway, so the one thing I did see in this video, because I only kind of skimmed it because they kind of talk a lot and I kind of just want to see things and catch a couple interesting bits. They mentioned how people were like, how deep does it actually print? And it's like, really, it prints along the edge, like very fine. In fact, he said that for the demonstration they actually widen the amount it prints so that people can see ink does actually come out when they print the thing. It's just usually they're like, it doesn't go too deep into the thing. It's more of on the front, So I think we talked about that on the show when you guys brought it up.
Yeah.
So.
I love like tech things, but sometimes they get kind of uninteresting because they're like, oh yeah, this is like $6,000 or whatever. So it's not really for the common folk, but hey, it's cool.
See, there's
you can afford it.
That was on the thumbnail, and I'm just like, huh.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean,
check that out.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that, like, I think this is cool for, shops that do specialized models and whatnot, but I think in the coming years, I think the versions that are going to reach around our kind of price points are going to be a lot more, be interesting, but these are for the people that can afford them right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's nice and artistic. I mean, they look very nice.
Oh, yeah. Frank gives his cough of applause.
Cough twice for yes and once for no, Frank. What do you think, Frank? You're an art guy like me.
Oh,
yeah, is this going to take over? Is this going to take over pinstriping for you?
No, what does this print out of now?
It prints 3D models out of paper and it prints color onto them by printing a little bit onto each layer.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna like that machine, but it's gonna be probably too expensive for anyone who wants to use it.
Well, right now it's $6,000, so.
Yeah.
But
you could buy 10 Oculus Rifts for that price.
But I mean, Frank, what do you think generally about 3D printing and being able to put like color onto the model with a robot? I mean, like if a robot arm can do it better and more precise than you could pinstriping, I mean, is it going to take over your gerbs?
You're going to take away my gerb. No, it's a cool thing. The technology is there, but it's not going to come down in price for quite a while. When it comes down, it'll be crazy. Yeah. It's going to be a couple years, but...
Well, I mean, they've already had a major, Netflix already did a documentary on 3D printers and stuff, so it's like the technology's been, slowly, you find those things in craft stores now, so, we'll see more and more, 3D printing technology as time goes on, guys, so it's cool to check it out.
Yeah, maybe they'll do a documentary on 3D printing out Helvetica fonts. Combine the two together.
My next news story. Every single movie critic in North America hated Norm of the North.
Oh, I saw that. I was thinking about doing it, but I didn't really know that much about it.
Well, I think it had like a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes last time I looked, but it could be... Yeah, it's, Yeah, the great animal cartoon pileup of 2016 begins this weekend with the release of Norm of the North, the first of at least 9 animated features this year that will feature animal leads. But distributor Lionsgate, which also released the Oscar-nominated Aardman film Shaun of the Sheep movie, is experiencing the polar opposite reaction to Norm of the North about a twerking polar bear who tries to save the Arctic from a Manhattan real estate developer.
Did you say twerking?
Yeah, it said twerking. Whereas Sean had a 99% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, Norm of the North has a 0% rating. Incidentally, the film had a 3% rating on the site last night, but the review by the Globe and Mail's Brad Wheeler, which was initially the sole positive review, was deemed to be more negative in nature. So yeah, people are not like I like the screen captures of the reviews. What just said, "Your children deserve better."
You'll still make money because it's a children's movie and people can send their kids to it for 3 hours for $5.
It looks like an Ice Age ripoff or something.
It's just, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I saw the trailer for this. It's just, I mean, I don't know about making money. I do know that there'll be people that'll have their kids see this and take their kids to it, because at a certain age, it doesn't matter what you show kids as long as it's bright and stuff's happening on screen. They'll watch. It's just,
yeah. I mean, these are just these. I mean, I appreciate 3D and stuff. It's just that these 3D kids movies just pop out like out of the woodworks, man.
It must be getting cheaper to make or something.
Well, see, the thing is though, look at the quality on this compared to something like the Little Panda Fighter or Ratatouille, which literally just rides on you confusing it with the actual movie that they're copying.
Remember the little cars, Ben?
Yeah. Remember, Frank? They made like 5 of them. But yeah, I watched some people review this one, and they were like, it's basically you take all the bits from Penguins of Madagascar and Minions and a few others of those movies, like every time you cut to those lemming characters, they're farting, and
yeah, like the little cute character dancing around and stuff. I mean, it's like it's just getting really old for me, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, this looks, for what it is, the artwork is, I'm going to give it that. Like, the people that are modeling this and working on it are doing okay. It's just the trailer did nothing for me personally, and apparently from every review I've seen, it didn't do much for anybody else either.
Well, don't you think, like, Cars, that's a dime a dozen, man? That's what it's come to.
I don't know. I mean, some kids really did grab onto Cars, though. I mean,
yeah, kids actually really like Cars.
But then again, kids play with toy cars, and so they just, I can understand that. But this, I don't know. I mean, 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's quite an achievement, guys. I think, what was the last one to get that? Pixels, I think? I don't know.
Hey, I thought Pixels was decent. Me and Nate watched it. We both thought it was okay.
It wasn't too bad, actually.
It wasn't Adam Sandler's worst movie.
Well, but yeah, have you watched the Despicable 6 or whatever that one is?
Yeah. That was kind of stupid.
Ridiculous 6 or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was the Ridiculous 6, yeah.
Or how about the Cobbler, where he tries to screw somebody's wife because he can put on his shoes and become him or something? I don't know.
Do you think Adam Sandler has worn out his comedy?
The thing is, he can be a good actor and a good comedian. I think the problem is, though, that when he does, like, he's like Will Ferrell. He goes and he does something different, and it's good, and critics and people like us sit and go, hey, that's nice, and his audience doesn't fan, but then he goes and makes a stupid comedy with his buddies, and it rakes in money, like Jack and Jill or something, and he's just like, whatever, I don't care. This is what's going to keep the business running? Yeah. I mean, can't really fault him if you have an audience that buys into it. I mean, what reason does he have not to?
See Grown Ups.
Yeah, or like Joe Dirt 2. Joe Dirt 2.
I wanted to see Joe Dirt 2, so at least.
Yeah, see, it's got an audience. It's got Frank.
Hey, it's not Jack and Jill. Did you see Jack and Jill?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh man, alive. But yeah, I mean, circling back though to Norm of the North, like, there are going to be a lot of animal movies this year. I mean, Zootopia has been marketed since like middle of last year, And there's all, I mean, isn't there supposed to be like a California Raisins cartoon coming out? I mean, there's going to be a deluge of CG animated films like this. I don't know. I mean, I don't know too much about what was in Norm of the North and why it's the one that people said, no, this is too much, we cannot accept. Like, I don't know. I kind of figured something like Food Fight might have broken the camel's back first. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Doug?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask what Doug thinks.
There's a very large amount of really bad children's cartoons out right now, and it just sucks that people keep watching this crap. It's just the way it is.
What, Doug? You say you didn't enjoy Road Chip? I mean, that's the thing is like today. You've got things like, the Chipmunks movie series, and then you've also got the TV series, and then you've got stuff like this. But it's like at the same time, we have shows like Gravity Falls, Adventure Time, Regular Show, a good amount of quality animated stuff for both kids and adults, and then
turds.
What, Frank?
Yeah,
turds.
Yeah. A lot of that is shit, dude. A lot of that is shit.
Hey, and what's sad is like the moms, all they care about is that their kids are happy. Kids want to go see this shit. So,
Mommy, I want to see the talking polar bear. Maybe he's gonna sell me a Coke.
Whatever, kid. Just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, well. Anyway, the last news story I have to share is actually one of the first news stories I read this morning. Simpsons creator Matt Groening in talks with Netflix for animated series.
I knew you were going to talk about this one. I knew it.
How did you know, Frank?
Because I read it and I said, that's what he's going to fucking do.
What? Who else is talking about
He's going to do this one. I know everywhere on the internet.
Really? Because I could barely see much talk of it. It's still, there's still no talk about what the series is going to be like, but Netflix is offering...
Reddit had a whole thing where people were like, I hope it's like Futurama, and they're like, no, it ran its course, and then blah, 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 blah.
Well, Netflix is understood to be considering a 2-season order of 10 episodes apiece. So...
What's this article mean by he's looking to get back in animating? They're still making Simpsons.
Well, but he's like an executive producer. He hasn't, like Futurama ran for 15 years, something like that, including the cancellation. And Simpsons has been going for 27 years. But the Simpsons is a machine. Like, it doesn't really matter what he does. So yeah. I don't know.
But he's going to be helping to hand animate these, or?
Well, I think it's saying he's coming to the creative table and writing the ideas, because right now, The Simpsons is a giant machine. I don't really know. They say he's an executive producer. I don't know how invested he is in each episode, but at this point, season 27.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's the longest? How many seasons has the show gone for? Like, has the show ever gone to like 100 seasons?
No, 27.
That'd be 100 years, Ian.
Yeah, that's just.
Simpsons is the longest running.
Longest running show. There is a record. I'm trying to think what it was.
Simpsons.
No.
It's one of those news shows.
It's like Dateline or one of those things.
It's like one of the, it's like Meet the Press or something. It's one of those kind of things where it's just they show it one all the time because it's a live, news thing.
Well, that depends on really what you actually identify it by. If you want to get technical, the longest running episodic television show in the United States is actually a wrestling show, which is kind of weird. But
and then probably after that, it's probably like a soap opera, like Days of Our Lives or something like that. Yeah. So. But yeah, I mean, he's jumping back into creating and writing and developing and starting a whole other show, which I mean, good for him because I mean, he's had like 2 main projects for like the last 30 years versus plenty of other people like Seth MacFarlane has a show every other week or something,
What about Hell? How come we never made a show about that?
With Bongo, the rabbit with one ear? Or you mean Life in Hell?
Whatever the hell it was.
Whatever it was. Well,
whatever the hell was.
Well, I mean, I'm interested to see it because, you know, his stuff is usually pretty good. You know, he's kind of like, Matt Groening is kind of like, you know, Mike Judge. He's a guy that when he comes out and says, "Hey, we're doing a thing," you're like, "Oh, check that out." You know, like he puts enough time into his projects that you know he's not just going, "Okay, there you go."
He's just gonna shit something out. That's what you're saying.
Let it go.
No. No. No.
But.
But no.
No.
But.
No, Frank. But yeah, I mean, there is talk that Netflix is planning to double their original programming that, you know, in the coming year. I mean, think about it. They've launched that Peabody and Sherman cartoon. They've got that VeggieTales cartoon. They've got, you know, they had BoJack Horseman. I don't know if it came back or not. They've got a lot of other programming, so.
Here in headlines it says Adam Sandler's Ridiculous Six is making history for Netflix. So.
Well, I mean, it is the most watched program on their library right now, and he's got a deal to make like, what is it, a bunch of movies for them. So, I don't know.
What's the deal with our deal here, Netflix?
What's the deal, Netflix? Well, Nate's being awfully quiet. What are your thoughts on the Netflix situation there, Nate?
I mean, if they want to make episodes of TV shows, more power to them, I guess. But like they can only afford it like 10 episodes at a time.
Well, it's a 2-season, 10-episode deal. I mean, it's an animation thing, so they said they need a long lead time for it.
Yeah, but like I haven't seen anything on Netflix original that's more than like 12 episodes.
Isn't Daredevil doing real good or whatever?
Yeah, I think that was 12 episodes.
Yeah, I was meaning to see. I've been meaning to see all those comic book shows like Daredevil.
Well, what about House of Cards? Did 3 seasons.
Flash.
Is House of Cards from Netflix?
Yeah. Yeah, it's their adaptation of they did a similar story at the BBC originally did one, but theirs was with Parliament, so it's basically a very different thing. But yeah, it's an original production by Netflix.
Yeah, but how many episodes have they done?
It's 3 seasons. I want to say each season's. They did more than 12. I'll say that much. I'll tell you that.
There's got to be, usually a season is at least 10 episodes. I mean, there's got to be around 30, something like that.
Well, the thing is, though, also remember Netflix unleashes everything in the whole binge watching. You can watch the whole thing if you want there, you know. So it's like, they know, when we finish up a season, we'll drop it on you. So,
yeah.
Oh, Doug's back.
Oh, he left? I didn't even notice.
Oh. Shots fired. Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, your hairline left? I didn't know it was there in the first place.
Oh.
You guys.
Yeah,
nice.
It was hidden under your gut.
Oh.
So what were you doing under his gut, Ian?
Doug's laughing as he's eating pizza.
The best way to laugh, really. So anyway.
Yes.
Is it now time for some trivia? I think it's time for some trivia.
Actually, since he just popped in here right now, Nate, why don't you talk about a little bit about what you've been up to lately? Because we all went around the table with what we've been up to. I know you were he was helping a friend with this. She got like a Fire TV stick, and he was trying to put some he was trying to put Cody on there.
Mm.
How did that go?
Oh, I put the apps. She learned it. She learned how to use it, which is good.
What did you see her today or yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to elaborate on anything?
Me.
I like it. No, wait, before we go on, Nate, what did you do this week? None.
Well, I know, from what I remember, he was trying to help her out because she didn't have she only had like a couple cable shows or channels on her TV, and so we got the Amazon Fire Stick, so we tried to put some apps on there or whatever, like the CNN and stuff, Unfortunately, they don't, the Kindle, the thing that they really don't, out of the box, they don't let you put like other apps on. They only let you put on like 5 apps or something like that. I don't know. So you have to. It was a pain in the butt, but we eventually got all the stuff done. But yeah, the Cody's. I didn't know like you could put on like all these streaming channels and stuff on it, from for television.
Anyway, trivia.
You really want to get into trivia, don't you, Nate?
Nate's wanting to get some trivia on.
Especially since Doug lost his belt last week.
All right.
Yeah,
I thought Frank would want to talk about it.
What?
We were playing trivia last week. Last time Nate was filling in for Doug, saying, "Oh, Doug picked C."
Yeah.
And therefore,
you actually did pretty well.
So tell me, Nate.
You got 6 right.
So how did you feel? How did you feel about your chances had I been on last week?
I don't know, but
it doesn't matter how you feel.
I see, but you gave up your belt last week.
You boys behave now, or I'll give up my belt and take a strap to you.
Please don't take your belt off, Ben.
Joke's on you, I don't wear a belt.
Don't want you taking anything off.
Take it off.
Alright, let's get to that trivia, guys.
Except if you have a t-shirt underneath it, you can take off that Hawaiian shirt. Only if you have a t-shirt
This
on.
is all
There we go.
What do you have against my shirts?
That's jealousy.
This is a red shirt, Ian. How Hawaiian is this shirt?
Well, it's got a fade or something. It's sort of loud.
Oh, it's sort of... Get to the trivia boy.
I just wear plain old black shirts.
Well, we wouldn't know because you don't have a camera.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Hey-oh!
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 Well, while we're waiting for Ian to get the trivia going, did you guys hear Hugh Hefner's house is for sale?
Oh,
yeah, I heard that.
He's wanting to sell it for $200 million, but he's also not moving out.
What?
Yeah, if you buy the house, it's under the terms and conditions that he gets to live there till he dies.
Wait, what?
That's... Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Whoa, wait, you want me to pay $200 million, and I gotta keep the old guy.
My wife, she almost got a condo before she bought this house, but they wanted to stay there 6 months after she bought it. She's like, no.
What? No.
What did you eat? It smells like baby food.
Alright, so...
Okay, let's start.
Yeah, trivia at the end. lasso trivia at the end, maybe.
Let's start off with, do you really know Islam?
No, that's okay.
How about medical conditions that start with M?
No.
Is that any better?
How about children's movies? We were talking about that.
God.
We can see how much we actually know about classic children's films.
Nope.
Oh, come on. Trivia topics for children.
I don't watch trashy children shit, so no.
I don't watch trashy children's stuff. I watch that highfalutin child stuff. What was the last child film you watched, Ian? Not Ian, Doug. I'm confused. It's late at night. I'm tired.
Yeah, don't watch those, so no.
Lion King.
I saw The Good Dinosaur.
Hulk Hogan's something wrestling, whatever the hell that cartoon was.
Rock and Wrestling.
That's it.
No.
What do you want to do? Would you like to do, Nate?
Latin words.
Well, Nate
all right. What do
doesn't
you
get
want to
vote.
do, Ben?
Yeah.
I said children's movies. If you guys don't want to do that, you guys suggest something.
All right. What do you want to do, Frank?
Go back to bed.
All right. What do you want to do, Doug?
Completely skip trivia because it's pointless.
Haters gonna hate. Just go into movies. We'll pick something.
It's funny. I mean, we have thousands of quizzes to pick from, and it's like we can never.
The sum of man's knowledge. I don't know. What do you want to do?
I said Latin words.
Do you know Latin?
And we said Nate doesn't get to
I know
vote
Big Latin.
anymore. Yeah, why don't you make like a tree and am scray?
How about quotes from movies?
Let's see.
Whatever. No, this matters.
Trivia with Ian, trying to pick one from the selections.
I'll take death metal for 100, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh man.
How about classic movie quotes?
All right, sounds good. Let's do it.
We got the call of approval there.
Yeah.
All right.
Who says, "As for me, I'm just a slave, a living slave," in an Academy Award-winning film from the 1950s? Robert Taylor, Quo Vadis; William Holden, Bridge on the River Kwai; Charlton Heston, Ben-Hur; Richard Burton, The Robe. Ian, this would be you.
Charlton Heston?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's either that or William Holden. I'll say Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston, I guess.
Charlton Heston.
I as well, sir.
Hey, I'm just a
All the
snake.
cool kids wanted Ben-Hur, and we should have gone with the Bridge on the River Kwai. I knew it. I knew it. I should have gone with the popular kids.
Yeah, you knew something, all right.
We'll give it to you because you knew it.
No, I didn't know it. I just felt it in my guts. Alright. It's the Beast in Me is a line from which actor's third movie? Charlton Heston, Planet of the Apes, Elvis Presley, Jailhouse Rock, Dustin Hoffman, The Graduate, or Edward G. Robinson, Key Largo?
How are these classic movie lines? No one gives a crap.
Third movie. I'm going to say Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman?
Yeah, fuck it, Dustin Hoffman.
I'm going to stick with the Heston, man.
Frank?
Key Largo.
Montego.
Baby, why don't we go to the Kokomo?
That whole song is about fucking Indiana, too.
Jailhouse Rock. What? The whole song is about
Largo, Kokomo. The fucking song is actually that Kokomo is a town in fucking Indiana. They fucking trolled us so hard.
We got you. That last song was Jan and Dean.
Yeah.
Screed Vamp made the remark, "It's better to be loved over than overlooked" in a period piece movie. Mae West, Belle of the 90s. Bette Davis, All About Eve. Elaine Stewart, The Bad and the Beautiful. Or Rosalind Russell, Auntie Mame.
This is a horrible quiz.
Yep, this quiz sucks.
Yeah, well, it's Doug's turn, so.
I'll take C. I don't care what it is. Like, just C.
C.
Just whatever C is.
C.
I did that strategy last week and I fucking lost, so.
That's because I don't give a shit.
Or do you guys just want to end the show? I mean, if you guys hate it so fucking much, what the fuck?
Oh, guys. I'm going with Mae West.
Whatever C is, let's do that.
And Ian, which one are you going with?
Ian, go with C.
Come on, guys.
What if C's right?
That'd be hilarious.
Come on, Ian, what you got? You gonna go with C as well?
I think I'm gonna go with the letter X because I'm exiting out of this shit.
Oh.
Oh, guys.
I actually was going with C.
No, you're acting like you don't even want to be here.
No, I want to be here, Ian. I wouldn't have come up otherwise.
No, like you said, this quiz sucks. Like you're not even saying that much. Like, what's your problem? I mean, you generally are acting like you're not into the quiz at all. Or even the show.
I am, Ian.
Then what's the problem?
I actually want to pick C.
What?
Dead air, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the internet.
How's it going, Doug?
Okay, well, maybe it's just not a good night for the trivia. It's fine if we just skip it.
That's cool. Everybody seems a little burnt out on Saturday night for some reason.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this sudden break-in programming is brought to you by Old Spice.
Yeah. Too bad.
Cut the commercial.
We need those colored bars, man.
Oh. You need the colored bars, huh? Hold on a second.
Yeah, there you go.
With the Indian.
I like the ones with the technical difficulties, and there's like the cameraman in the straitjacket. Okay, folks, we're back. We just had to.
Ooh.
You guys all right over there?
Yeah. I'm fine.
You sound fine.
I'll have to find us a good quiz next time, fellas.
No,
Oh, no.
you never get to
The
choose
last
a
time
quiz
Frank
ever
hosted
again.
Last time Frank hosted the trivia, he didn't even wait for everybody to answer. He's just like, "Oh, okay. So who won?" And he was like, "None of this matters."
I mean, I don't know. We could. I personally think it's fun, but I mean, we could take a tally on if we think we should just stop doing the quiz.
No, it's fun. It's just the topics. It's like when you just when it's down to the line of let's pick one. It's like you're kind of a crapshoot, and sometimes they're really good, and sometimes not so much.
Yeah, this one's not a good quiz. We've had some really good ones. Like, man, this is a good quiz, and then other times.
What was that '80s movie that we were doing? Like, man, we're so into this one. It was just hard enough.
It was like yeah, and then we tried to take another one by the same guys, and it sucked.
Aww.
Just every once in a while, like that, you get some really, really good ones, and then all of a sudden it's like, who said this in a Streetcar Named Desire for 5 seconds, but only had a 20-second part? And you're like, who fucking watches these movies like this? Okay, I'm gonna watch this movie from 1957 and no one's ever seen, and I'm gonna try to figure it out, like who starred in it.
Well, obviously, folks, the answer is that, of course, I won this week. I'm the best.
Wait. I said C. Let's see what
Hey, I'm the first one who said C, okay? If anybody
Well, you lost your belt last week, Doug. Hey,
Ooh.
if we did a trivia on Minecraft, Doug wouldn't win, so.
Do we really need to start on this again? The fucking Lego ripoffs?
Oh, come on. You afraid because you'd be a noob there, Doug?
I got 2 words for Minecraft, okay? Mega blocks. Get wrecked.
That's like 4 words.
Frankie,
Yeah.
shut up. Thank you.
So anyway.
Yeah, we're actually gonna have a shorter episode this Saturday. I think it's a little bit under 2 hours, or maybe at the 2-hour mark. I'm not sure.
Oh, you don't get to leave.
I know, we're going to spend the whole time telling you about Minecraft now.
To hell with that. I'm going to grab my wine and I'm going to go home. Which, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new short here on the NoRights Podcast, the Wine of the Week.
Wine. Who says you whine? I don't whine. Why you call me a whiner? What you drinking there, Doug?
Wait, you actually want to know?
Well, I thought you were getting toasty this week.
Fucking around.
Well, I mean, I figured, now that you're done
Wine talk with Doug.
SmackDown. Thought we might have a new segment on the show. I mean, still got to come up with a theme song for Minecraft and chill. Why not? Wine talk with Doug.
Wow, this went into a really weird situation. Well, this week on Wine Talk, and to hell with the NoRights Podcast, just,
At least we have a podcast. You don't have a podcast anymore.
Yeah,
So
but I have more
on
YouTube.
Font Talk and Chill. Helvetica, is anything sexier? I think not.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's wine of the week is the Coppola Rosso and Blanco Rosso. You can find this at many fine wine retailers in your area.
In their discount bargain aisle. Thank you.
Don't hate on the Coppola wines, okay? These are the Francis Ford Coppola wines. That's why it's called Coppola. He's directed the classics, now let him direct the wine collection.
Alright then.
I bet you that's just grape Kool-Aid.
What, Ben?
How's it going over there, Frank? You're all being awfully quiet.
I'm just, I'm just,
chilling out, maxing, relaxing on cool, shooting some people outside the school, couple of guys up.
Shooting some people outside the school? That sounds horrible.
What?
You said shooting some people outside the school?
Yes, Frank, that's what I'm talking about. I turned the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song into a song about Columbine. Is that what I'm doing now?
What I heard.
People getting this far into the show are disturbed. They're like, what's going on? I think they're having a meltdown.
I'm still listening to this thing.
Oh, man.
I think a good idea might be to, if each of us, we took turns on getting to decide a topic for the weekend, we actually have to have a quiz ready. That might be asking too much.
You don't want that.
Well,
responsibility.
Frank's turn
what's
it.
That?
Like I said, I should have a cool quiz next time. And I promise I won't know all the answers.
Do you really need a sound card? Find out this week on...
Are you in Europe? Do you need an adapter?
Oh,
man.
It might sound ridiculous, but then I guess it would sort of be interesting to see what everybody comes up with for theirs then,
Oh. So how are we going to go on the order? It's going to be what? Frank, and then...
I think we should all just come to the table and
say grace.
Yes, and we say good Lord, let's eat.
Sing Kumbaya.
Yeah, no, we all just bring everything and we vote whose thing we do that time.
Do we pass around the conch?
The what?
Like Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. The thing is like...
The what?
The what?
Who, me?
Last time I heard someone say, what did you say, conch?
My cheeks hurt too much from laughing on this episode.
Last time I heard somebody say that, they were talking about a piercing they got.
That's because part of your ear looks like a conch shell, Frank. That's where it comes from.
Yes, that's what I said. The last time I heard someone say that, but I just thought someone passed around their fucking ear and blown in the ear. Oh, it is my turn to blow into the ear.
Whoa.
This is where my show goes when we don't control it with the trivia, guys. Oh, man.
Refill.
Gonna cut back to my handsome face. The money.
And half the audience is lost.
Well,
but the other half of the audience is found, baby. Yeah. Oh, man.
So we're going to take a heavy metal quiz? I wanted to take a heavy metal quiz.
Heavy metal.
Whew, heavy metal.
So,
Hmm?
because it's a heavy metal.
You want to do a heavy metal, Nate? I mean, we could do it.
Doug's just embarrassed that we whooped his ass.
Let's do it.
I don't mean like Faster, Pussycat, and Cinderella. I mean like...
Boy.
Metal!
Ooh, sorry.
Let's see,
Not
we
me.
want 80s heavy metal lyrics, heavy metal minds. 80s heavy metal is difficult, and heavy metal lyrics are tough.
Whew. Hold on. What's just a heavy metal quiz? What is that hard? It's average, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see what their average IQ. What is that? 10? Is that 10 question?
Yeah.
The tough one's 15 question. And don't we usually have to do like 15 to make tiebreaker?
Yeah. So like, do you just want to do the 15 one then, or?
Yeah, you guys want to do the 15?
Let's do it!
Do this thing!
Let's rock this joint!
Hardcore bands.
Which one was that? The one I see is average. Oh, here's a tough one. Heavy metal highlights.
1996.
1990. Oh, this one?
Okay. Well, I only saw the one because your screen was...
Shut up, Ben.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, when you were yelling at me to full-size my screen, because I had little lines on mine, yours was like portrait mode.
Yeah. No.
Is this what you guys want to do, though?
Yeah, I want to do this. How about you, Ben?
Come on, bring it on!
Very metal. Check it out.
Metalhead!
Author Marion Bart.
Alright. A bunch of metal magazines celebrate the 10th birthday of a legendary grindcore band from Birmingham. This band actually exists since 1982, but only debuted in 1987. In 1996, they released their new album, Diatribes. What is the name of this band? Is it Napalm Death, Benediction, Extreme Noise Terror, or Terrorizer? Ian?
Napalm Death.
I was gonna go with Napalm Death too, actually.
Yeah, me too. Something about that name screams 80s.
Napalm Death.
I'll go with the crowd.
You go with what?
He's going with the crowd.
Yeah.
That's his strategy. Oh shit, we're all right.
Napalm Death.
This time it was beneficial to go with the crowd.
Biohazard is going through troublesome times.
There's two Z's in it?
The hardcore public rejects them because they have become too famous, too mainstream. The band also has some lineup problems. One longtime member has to leave the band. Who? Rob Echeverria? Bobby Hamble? Billy Graziadier? Yeah. Or Evan Seinfeld? This is mine, huh?
Why do people leave Biohazard? Who are these people?
I'm gonna go with Rob Echeverria.
I do believe it's also Rob.
I'll go with the crowd as
Biohazard. Biohazard. That's that group with that guy that married a what was that one porn star chick?
They all marry porn stars, Ben.
No, the one famous one, Tamara, or what was it? I don't know. She was a voice on Adult Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Frank.
I have no idea. I know who you're talking about. She was big for like a minute.
Tara Patrick.
I'm gonna say
She saw him naked in an episode of Oz, and she said, "I want some of that."
I have no fucking idea, so I'm gonna go with everybody and say it's Rob.
Is that what you were going with too, Nate?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we would all be
Oh
wrong.
no, it was Bobby Hannibal.
I was actually
He
going
was
to say
replaced
Seinfeld
by
because
Rob.
a lot of
And we're gonna
80s
say it.
bands had Jewy guys in them.
Jewy guys.
Jewy.
Chewy. I'll make a look like a... Alright. It's June
What was that?
1996. I don't know. It said Chewy, and then I went to Chewy, and then, instead of the growly, never mind. It's June 1996, and all Metallica fans are celebrating because the band has finally come up with a new album full of new songs, no covers or live recordings this time. What's the name of this follow-up album to the Black Album? One word, 4 letters. Doug?
Say that again?
What's the follow-up to the Black Album?
Just look at the screen share, Doug.
Well, unfortunately, with my phone, I can't really see the screen share too well. Kind of sucks.
Okay, what was the follow-up album to the Black Album?
To the Black Album? I do believe that's Load.
That's 4 letters. That's what I was going to say.
Yes, I would say Load then.
Load.
Yeah!
I'll go with that.
Better than Saint Anger.
I'm
Saint Anger
going to
was
assume
fucking
Nate's
awesome.
going to go with the same thing.
And the answer was Load.
Yep, take that load.
I knew that was coming.
A new year, a new band. Out of Sweden appears an all-female band with their debut album, Horror Wrestling, full of
What?
grungy hard rock. They play a lot of summer festivals, enjoy a lot of coverage in magazines and even on TV, but didn't turn out to be a huge success after all.
No.
What's the name of this band? Manhole, Drain, Phantom Blue, or Facehugger?
Wow.
And this would be Nate's.
Phantom Blue.
What did he say?
Phantom Blue.
That's what I'm going to go with. I'm just laughing my ass off at Manhole. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How about you, Doug?
Yeah,
What
go on.
one did you go with? What? What one did Doug go with? I didn't hear.
I answered last, so
Ah.
I'm going to go with Facehugger.
Ben.
See, Drain makes me want to think of Drain STH. So I'm gonna go with. It might be Facehugger or Manhole. I'm gonna go with Facehugger.
It's Drain.
And Doug was right. Doug pulls ahead.
Doug's pulled ahead in the metal quiz. The guys from Slayer show their punk roots on their 1996 album Undisputed Attitude. Around this time, Slayer is having problems finding a permanent drummer who plays the drums on Undisputed Attitude. Chris Kontos, Dave Lombardo, Gene Holgan, or Paul Bostaff. This would be Frank's turn.
Frankie.
Wow. I'm embarrassed. I don't know this.
What? You don't? Oh my gosh.
I don't know the fill-in drummer on the one fucking Slayer album. I'm sorry.
Slayer.
I guess Chris Krontos?
Ian,
I think
which one
Doug
you got?
froze. I think we broke him.
No, you got him, Frank.
Next.
How about you, Ian? Which one are you going with?
I'll go with Chris Cantos.
Everybody else is going with that, and I kind of either want to do that or Lombardo. I'll go with Kontos.
Where did Nate go with?
And Nate,
Chris.
Okay.
the answer. And
Bostaff.
Boss
Yeah, he didn't get the answer. Whoops. We figured Doug knew.
Paul Boston.
You knew the fill-in drummer, Frank.
You know, drummers, even the like regular fucking guy, half the damn time is a bitch.
See, the thing about it is, Dave Lombardo is the actual original drummer for Slayer, and Bostaph not only was the fill-in for that, he's also the the current drummer for Slayer.
Do you know who Bruce Springsteen's drummer is?
Yeah.
Max Weinberg from Max Weinberg 7?
Yep.
That's awesome, isn't it?
You know what's really interesting?
No?
His son is the drummer for Slipknot.
Really?
Yep. Jay Weinberg.
Wow. That's
Drummer talk with a couple of guys.
You know, and Max could sit in and you wouldn't know because he's wearing a fucking mask.
Carcass calls
some
it
drummer
even.
nerds here.
The ongoing troubles with their record label makes them decide to stop. However, they still released their last album that was already recorded. What is the name of their last outing? Swan Song, The End, The Last Chapter, or Goodbye Amigos?
Which band is it?
Carcass.
Whose turn is it? Is a better question.
Yours, Ian.
It's yours, Ian.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say Goodbye Amigos.
No, that sounds too much like the Ramones' Adios Amigos to me. I'll say Swan Song.
What's the four choices again?
Swan Song.
Swan Song, The Last Chapter, or Goodbye Amigos?
I think it's The Last Chapter, although I'm not 100%.
Okay, Frank.
Nate?
Or Nate.
Nate goes
The
after
Last Chapter.
Doug.
Okay.
I'm going to say The End.
And the answer?
Swan Song.
Swan Song. Yeah.
So Ben was the one who got that one, I believe.
Oh, Jesus, this is a long
Speaking of-
question.
Speaking of Carcass, Michael Amott had already left the band directly after the release of Heartwork in 1993. He moved to Sweden and, together with drummer Ludwig Witt and Beard bassist and vocalist Spice, is that supposed to be Bearded? He starts a new band with which he releases the album Another Way to Shine in 1996, an album full of classical hard rock like it was played in the 1970s. What is the name of this band? Celestial Season, Firebird, Orange Goblin, or Spiritual Beggars? This would be me, huh?
Yeah.
Spiritual Beggars sounds like a cool name.
Yeah.
I'll go with Spiritual Beggars too.
Firebird sounds really 70s, so that's what I'll go with.
I'll go with Frank.
Spiritual Beggars.
Okay.
Wow.
So who all got that? Nate, and did you get that one, Ben?
Me. And also Doug.
Everyone but me, goddammit.
And me.
Oh, Ian didn't get it? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, unfortunately I decided to go with you, so you took me down with you.
Oh!
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm not
down.
familiar with my Spiritual Beggars. I'm going to have to get their CD.
Reunion Time, Part 1. Kronos, Montus, and Abaddon, the original members of the first black metal band ever, get together again. What's the name of their band? Hellhammer, Celtic Frost, Venom, Bathory. This would be... Should we just skip past Doug till the end for all of them? Because otherwise everyone's just going to side with him.
No, this is Doug.
Yeah, it's me. Guess what? It's Venom.
Sure, I go with Doug.
I'll go with Doug.
Venom.
Sure.
Ben, are you going to go against the grain, Ben?
Nah.
What the fuck is a Bathory?
What? You don't know what Bathory is? As in,
No.
the Countess Bathory used to bathe in the blood of her servants to stay young?
Are you talking about Elizabeth Bathory?
Yeah.
Isn't that what the Hostiles movies were made off of? Isn't that what that lady was in the Hostel 2 or whatever? She was like a bat to the blood.
Let's
All
see
right,
what
so
the
it was
here
him,
is.
huh?
Oh, here, look, it's that dude from Spider-Man.
Alright. Judas Priest has gotten a new frontman and singer. What is the name of this guy who played in a Judas Priest tribute band before joining the real Judas Priest? Was it Glenn Tipton, Blaze Bailey, Tim Owens, or Vernon Reed? This would be Nate's call.
Say them one more time.
Glenn Tipton, Blaze Bailey, Tim Owens, or Vernon Reed?
Vernon Reed.
Franklin?
I actually don't remember the guy's name, but I'm gonna say Glenn Tipton.
I'm gonna go with Tipton too.
I remember seeing this on, I think it was it MTV News or some channel when they were talking about it. They said they saw him do that high note in Bloodstained, and they said, all right, this guy's in. I'm going to say Tipton.
The answer is Tim Ripper Owens.
Ah. Well
The
then.
nerd has spoken.
The metal nerd.
Yeah. Yeah, he was right.
He's no Rob Halford. I don't know who the fuck he is, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like he's good, but there's only one guy who can hit the high notes in Painkiller.
Well, yeah. When a black or death metal band turns gothic, success is in the air. Moonspell releases its second album, Irreligious, and go on tour with Type O Negative. What country is Moonspell from? Is it Greece, Croatia, Portugal, or Italy? Whose turn is it?
Is it Frank's?
This one I don't know. I'm gonna go with Italy.
You can go with Croatia. That's like
I'm gonna say
foreign people are from that type of thing.
What? I'm gonna say Croatia. Nate, what do you?
Croatia.
It's been a long time since I heard the name Moonspell, but I think they're Italian.
Okay, is that everyone?
Yeah. The answer.
Portugal.
Portugal. Oh.
Nobody got that
Oh,
one.
that one?
Doug, you led us all astray. All right.
He answered last. How the fuck did he lead anyone stray?
Yeah.
Thought he knew this stuff. Florida Dusters, Morbid Angel, see their vocalist leave. What's the name of this guy who sings on Altars of Madness, Blessed Are the Sick, Covenant, and Domination? Is it Steve Tucker, Glenn Benton, David Vincent, or Mike Browning? Ian, I think this one's yours.
That's Morbid Angel. Like Camel Corpse. Drums. God damn.
Ian, I think this one's yours.
Okay, thanks.
I think that didn't help your throat at all, did it?
Oh, Jesus.
Remember that time we were all in the car and just started singing?
Does it? When are you gonna get over this shit? Does this shit just last all winter long for you every year?
I'm sick for a day and then I have a cough for like a month. It sucks.
I'm gonna go
People at my work are giving me shit. I don't want to get sick, and I wanted to, right? That's
we're
what
doing
I did.
trivia, Frank.
Oh, it's my turn?
No, we're doing trivia. I was trying to listen to Ian's answer. Ian?
Benton.
I'm going to go with Tucker.
I actually don't know anything about Morbid Angel, so I'm going to guess. I'm going to go with Browning.
Yeah, that's nice.
I will go with Browning as well.
I'm going to say David Vincent.
And the answer
is...
Hey, I got it!
David Vincent.
So
congratulations, Frank.
That's Frank and Nate.
One guy in high school who liked Morbid Angel, and I listened. He brought in a tape. He's like, check these guys out.
I know a few people. I know a few people that like Morbid Angel and Cannibal Corpse.
No, Cannibal Corpse. I heard a lot of them, but I didn't really hear Morbid Angel.
So just to make sure, that was Frank and Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Pantera fans panic. Lead singer Phil Anselmo has only just escaped death. How? What was the cause of his near death? A car accident, a drug overdose, someone shot him, or a suicide attempt? And this would be me, huh?
Yep.
Walk on home, boy. Walk on home, Doug.
I don't know. I was never a big Pantera fan back in '96. So.
What?
I'm gonna say drug overdose.
That is a correct answer. Almost overdosed on heroin, I believe.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna say.
Hey.
Hey, he's got a proven record at 4 points so far. Don't hate on him. How about you, Nate?
Drugs.
I'll go with drugs as well.
Drugs. And the answer?
Although I'd like to say D, but I'm gonna go with drugs. I'm confusing what I'd like to do with drugs.
With what the cool kids are doing. Peer pressure. And the answer?
I love how I'm like, yeah, I'd like to kill myself, but nobody says anything.
Oh, we didn't understand what you were doing there, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I'll go. I think everybody's going with the drug, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're all doing drugs, Ian. You should join us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to chase that dragon, or... What was that South Park game where it's like, no, I'm almost there. No, you're never going to catch him. Come on. The marriage of death metal and gothic is brought to a next level. On the album Felly, Christopher Johnson and his comrades add choirs, classical instruments, and sopranos to their melodic death metal. What is the name of the band? Therion, Theater of Tragedy, Tristania, or Tiamat?
Wow.
This would be Doug.
Motherfucker's going old school. Oh, shit. Damn. Theater of Tragedy, but I'm really not sure about that answer.
I wouldn't know that this was even old school to begin with.
Because that genre's been around for a while.
All right. I didn't even know that.
You learn things every day on the trivia. That's why we do it. Alright, what's Nate's answer?
A.
There was no numbers on here, son.
The first one.
I know, I'm fucking with you.
Well, Therion would be the first one.
I'm going to say Theater of Tragedy.
I too am going to say Theater of Tragedy. Ian?
Jan?
Who said Theater of Tragedy before you did, Ben?
Doug did.
Oh, okay. Let's just go with the theater then. Well, if Doug's doing it on this one.
If Doug's doing the drugs, no.
Decide.
Oh, I said theater. Who else is going?
Nate.
I think he already said number one.
In that case, I can get done. Get done.
Okay.
And the answer is theater.
Yeah.
Nate got
Oh,
it.
Nate got it.
Told you guys
Wow.
I was 100% on that one.
I didn't know any of them, so.
So did Doug get that one, or he get something else, didn't he?
No, he
Nate was the only one I think that got it.
theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good going there, Nate.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's one behind Doug.
Ooh.
Who knew that Nate was
Yeah.
such a metalhead?
He's
Yeah.
got 2 questions to take the lead here. Union
Yeah.
Time Part 2. Kiss is back in their original lineup. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley have always been the core of the band, but who were the other 2 original members that returned to the band in 1996? Was it Eric Singer and Bruce Kulick, Peter Criss and Eric Singer, Bruce Kulick and Ace Frehley and Peter Criss? And whose turn is it?
Everyone knows this.
Yeah, they should.
I think it's.
You'd think.
Isn't it Frank's turn because Nate said
If you saw Detroit Rock City, you know that Peter Criss and Ace Frehley.
That is the correct answer.
I have a buddy who wouldn't see Kiss on tour because he didn't want to hear the new guys singing Beth.
Really? Dumbasses.
Really, it was Beth that got him, huh? But yeah, Ace Frehley and Peter Criss.
Beth, what can I do?
I'll go with the Metal Gods here. Are you saying the same thing, Nate?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's the answer.
All right. You guys apparently know your stuff too well.
And number 15, the last question. As far as I know, the word nu metal is still unknown, at least here in Europe, but the style of music starts to become popular. An important band in that evolution is Jonathan Davis's band that released their second album, Life is Peachy, in 1996. What is the name of this band? And this would be Ian?
God, I hate that band. Everyone I knew in high school fucking loved these guys, and I was like, oh, God.
Here we go again.
I'm like, that's not even words. He's fucking making, he's not even scat singing.
He's got barking. The Scatman Brothers.
Okay,
So
sorry,
what's
guys.
Ian's answer? Ian, what's your answer?
I'm gonna guess a word, but I don't want to because then I'll just feel so embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed, Ian.
Come on, you're
It's
up.
alright.
Okay, I'll say Slipknot.
That is one word.
Ben, you're
Hold on, let's see if Nate knows it.
I have no idea.
Okay, so
Oh boy.
you're just gonna forfeit your point then?
I win. I win.
Well, what's the answer, Doug?
Corn.
Corn. K-R-N.
Do.
Okay, so are you gonna agree
In
with
closing,
it?
I'd like to say that corn would do well to learn.
In closing, I think that chord would do well.
There's no P, though, but
No.
Caporn.
Oh, it's not. Well, the R would have to be backwards too, so you'd have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all back before the one guy found Jesus. Remember?
Was that monkey or head that got Jesus in him?
I don't know.
Monkey.
And he said that he said they were all doing meth and shit, and I'm like,
Yep.
no, really?
Yep. It was head.
Does Jonathan Davis still rock the eyebrow piercing that like nobody does anymore?
I think so.
Like only girls do it.
Oh man, I remember when they all got those Adidas jackets and sponsors.
Because they said all day I dream about sex.
Yep.
I was listening to an early Aquabats album the other day on Spotify, and apparently they did a parody of Korn.
Oh yeah?
He's like, I fell asleep on my arm, and now it feels a little numb.
Fieldy's nuts. I remember when Fieldy was on an episode of Cribs.
Yeah.
All I remember is that he had the Friday collection, like all the Friday movies. At the time.
So, congratulations
I gotta play the music.
Congratulations to Doug.
I was just behind him. I had a couple more points.
Now, to be fair, though, you were just behind him. I was closer, Frank.
Actually, you needed 3 points. Nate was the closest.
Well, you know,
Nate and I were the closest. I had 8.
You know, but some of these fucking metal bands I'd never heard of.
But here's the thing, though. It's 15 questions, and even Doug only got 10 of them.
And some of them he guessed. True. I heard him say he guessed.
But those last 2.
Yeah, it's like going on Ninja Warrior, and oh, by the way, just take 2 steps forward and you win.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, by the way, this band, they're about a limp, they're about a biscuit, right? But they're also limp, right? And they did it all for some sort of nookie, right? So what's their name?
Yeah, what do you guys think about Ninja Warrior? Do you see how they're doing teams now?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of that stuff. Didn't it used to be on G4 way back in the day?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, back when G4 existed.
That's when I watched it.
Oh, it's on the Esquire network.
Esquire. Everybody just loves the Esquire network.
Well, guys, I think we went from having no quiz to almost having no show to having a decent quiz.
Yeah.
It is the metal that binds us.
The metal has brought us back, because remember, God gave rock and roll to you.
God gave rock and back to Kiss. See?
It all comes back around to Kiss. So, anyway. So I'd like to thank everybody being on the panel tonight. I'd like to thank my co-host and good buddy Ian for bringing in the news stories and wrangling the trivia, being the Metal Meister for that one. And you always bring something good to the show, man. I appreciate it.
Sure, I'm glad you appreciate it. At least everybody liked my news, even though they didn't like the trivia that much. But
you didn't make the trivia questions. We just picked them at random. Sometimes they're good, sometimes not so much.
Yeah.
I'd also like to thank Nate for coming on the show. He was a late entry, but we also appreciate his every now and then. Also like to thank my arch nemesis Frank, reporting from his bunker.
One day, Ben, one day.
Yes! Yes!
Also, the hater of Minecraft, Doug.
He's stuck in
of the podcast.
By the way, once again, Bullet Club for life.
Oh boy.
Is that SOWFT? Is that how you are with your wife?
He has soft tits.
No.
Well, how I am with your ex-girlfriend.
Guys.
Soft?
Everybody.
Soft. So you have a soft penis? Is that what you're saying?
Guys, we're not ending this episode on talking about Doug's wang. Okay?
At the end of the show, they're talking about their penises.
By his soft wang.
What happened here? The show was going so good. We were ending on metal We're
And then we went from metal
and
to soft.
then to soft. We went from heavy metal to soft.
No, we're just
Anyway,
gonna end it
folks.
with Frank chokes on Dick.
Cox and Dick.
Oh boy.
Balls and wingers.
Anyway, folks. Oh boy.
Thanks for
So
tuning
anyway,
in. If you're still
What's
there.
up, dog? So I'd like to thank everybody for sticking with us, that stuck with us, and for those of you who tuned out 15 minutes ago, I understand. I'm sorry. We'll try better next week. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and until then, see you on the other side.
Peace.
Peace.
To find out more, visit NoRightsProductions.com. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NoRights. And hey, why don't you check out my Tumblr at NoRights.tumblr.com.